a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. All right, welcome to the video. Today we're going to be going through the Devil's part in Devil Went Down to Georgia. This has been a highly requested video and I'm excited to break this down for you. Teach you not only what to play, but give you maybe some ideas on how to get off record and maybe add your own little spin to this awesome part in case you're in a live band situation and that's something that you are interested in. So let's start off with what's on the record. There are tons of fiddles on this record, all playing at the same time, which is what gives this part of the song such a unique sound on Charlie's original record. So, what part do you choose to play during your live show since you only have one fiddle? Let's get into that. And if you wait to the end of the video, I've actually transcribed the devil part for you so that you can play what I'm about to show you. So, a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this. That's the basic part that I'm going to teach you now. So what we do first is automatically getting a little bit off a record. Normally it's just a guitar solo right in the beginning of Johnny's part. I feel like this is a missed opportunity for you to shred with an electric guitar player, which is what everybody wants to see anyway. So when the guitar player is playing, the chords aren't really that difficult, and if you get a basic chop groove going, it's a really fun thing to have you guys twin. Really fun. So I'll teach you the chords real quick. The first chord is going to be a low A with an open D string. Then your low A with an F note, which is your low 2 finger on your D string. Then your low A with your E note. This is just playing a fifth, basically playing the same first finger position across both strings. So then you're going to play your first chord again. That's the whole thing. So it's just... So what we do with that is we work it up to a chop, which is starting with the grid. No accents, just playing every note together. Solid. Add your accents. Then work that up to a chop. Now we can get into how to really get into that chop in another video series. But for right now, you've got what it takes to play that with a guitar player. Then the bass comes in. This is a great way to introduce the band. You played with the electric guitar player, now your bass player pops up, you're gonna play this with him. But you're not just gonna play that, you're gonna play it with a double stop. So that's basically playing both your A and your D strings at the same time while you're playing this melody. Remember, the sheet music is at the end of the video. I'll flash it up there. You can take a screenshot. That kind of gives it that dissonant devil type quality to it, which over the bass player, who's going to be playing it really clean and smooth, adds that little bit of extra crunch that you're probably looking for. Then we get to the nonsense. That is the majority of what's going on with the part. Now, of course, Charlie at the end doesn't play with the band there. he keeps doing the nonsense stuff and just doing that descending scrape. That's cool. I think it's a great place to solo. We'll talk about that in just a second. But let's start with, what am I doing on this crazy run up? It sounds really crazy because the bow is moving super fast, but all I'm doing is I'm playing, starting on my A, my low A note, and my F. That half position, that half step in between those two fingers, I'm going to keep them on those separate strings, the G string and the D string. So I'm playing an A and an F. I'm going to keep that shape going up, and I'm not going to change that. I'm going to do that for 4 beats. Then I'm going to start over, and instead of my A and my F, now I'm going to do that same position, but on the next string up. So it's going to be an E and a C note. Going to do that for 4 beats. Then I'm back another string up. It's going to be a B and a G note. And I'm going to do that for the last 2 measures. So this is a 4-measure glissando build that we're going to do, and it's going to be tremolo to make it sound even more impressive. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now for this last little bit, you've got a couple different options. Again, there's layers and layers and layers of violins on this, so really anything goes. It's all about performance. Charlie was a top-notch performer. So whatever you pick to do, you just need to perform the heck out of it. Make it look like it's just the hardest, craziest thing you've ever done in your life. Break as many strings as possible on your, or hairs as possible. Don't break strings, hopefully. Break as many hairs as possible. Make it look really good. I'm going to give you a few examples from the record that you can take. The first one is the easiest one. We're just basically going to make half steps across strings. So for this, it's going to be an E, C, A flat. That kind of half step, half step, half step shape across your fifths, right? So kind of this looking shape, right? We're going to start up here because that's where we left off, and I'm just going to tap on the way down for 2 measures. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A neat effect, right? And then I'm going to roll my bow on the way up for a measure in 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to join the band for those hits. So that first option is a great way to play it if you're just learning to play the song, or even if you're seasoned and you just want something that you can really over-exaggerate and make look really good during the performance. I loved doing that for years. I would really exaggerate those bow rolls and just make it look just like the craziest thing I've ever done. And people, especially the people that don't know how to play the violin, they just eat it up. It's the kind of thing that Charlie would do, and just shredding the bow hairs, throwing the bow out in the audience afterwards. It's a really cool effect. A second version of what you could do, which is a little harder, but also on the record, one of the fiddles is actually matching the band. Actually, there's a couple fiddles matching the band. They're doing it in harmony, but this is the harmony that I tend to play on stage if I'm going to do this part. Starting on the A. Again, over-exaggerate it, super perform it. This is also where you could throw in that sloppy whining stuff that you also hear one of the fiddles doing on the record. Again, there's tons of layers to this. You can choose whichever one fills your show, fits your style the best. The third option I would give you is just to make up your own solo in this part. So you've just done 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Literally, whatever you want to do. I'm using the minor pentatonic scale on D. Starting on the A. If if you want to use YouTube's slowdown feature to transcribe what I just did, that's a great starting point if you just want something in that feel. But I encourage you to take that D minor pentatonic scale and make up your own solo for these last 4 bars. To me, that's the most fun, and like I said, I did the beginner version for years. I did the over-exaggerating. It was super fun, put on a super great show, got me into a lot of bands, really fun. But nowadays, I tend to make up my own little licks at the end there. I think it's super fun to be creative and to evolve the song and to make it your own. People want to hear what you sound like as well. So if you're in a band that's comfortable allowing you to do that, I highly recommend it. If you need some more tips on improv or soloing, check out some of my other videos or send me a message. I've got some stuff that might be able to help you out. Anyway, that wraps us up for the devil part. Here's that sheet music that I promised you. Take a screenshot, go back through, watch this video again with the music in front of you, print it out if you need to, and use YouTube's slowdown feature. Slow it down to a tempo where we can play together flawlessly, and we will speed it up together. Hopefully this was helpful. If it was, leave me a like and a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more stuff. We're getting into Johnny's solo next, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in that video.